Hello again, I'm Antonia and this is Noel and we are from Boxtail Soup Theatre Company and oh my goodness, we're wearing exactly the same things and standing in exactly the same place as we were last week. This is our kind of, as I said before, our sort of epilogue vlog. We wanted to show you, but we didn't want to show it too soon in case we did a spoiler for anyone who was coming to see the show here, how we figured out our problem with the Ghost of Christmas Future.
We talked about all the things that we may have had to change slightly for to get Christmas Carol into this space, to make it work, and the major one that we mentioned a couple of times, the one that we really had to work on and figure out, was the Ghost of Christmas Future, because the way that we did it last year wouldn't have worked at all in this space. It just isn't room.
Basically, there's 75 centimetres from the back wall to where this door is, and the way we had Future last time was on a stand, the base of which took up more room than 75 centimetres, and I have to be able to get past all of that back. I have to be able to walk along the back quite fast, quite a lot during the show, so it's just completely unviable. But Noel then came up with an ingenious way of fixing our problem whilst keeping the same puppet, because we liked the puppet, that was the thing.
And we also really liked the effect. We loved the effect of him being able to come through the door and then kind of rise up as well, so he then becomes taller than the opening of the door itself.
In fact, I think that this new version, he gets taller than he did in the old version.
I think you might be right, and I also think it works in a smoother way.
Yeah, it does. Well. We couldn't have done it this way in the main house because we didn't have a back wall to screw the thing against, but anyway, so we will now hand over to us again. We filmed the mechanism, Noel will explain how it works, and then we'll show you it working. We hope that you think, as we do, that it was quite effective. We were really pleased with it, and it certainly got a few good gasps from the audience when he first appeared. And even though in here, in fact, on the sides, you could see me, you could see how it works. But in my opinion, that was very much the same as with all of our puppetry.
Yeah, we don't try to hide the puppeteer or the operator.
And obviously, I'm not just standing there going like this. I'm trying to embody the character of it a bit. So we'll show you that.
Okay, so this is the kind of mechanism that we came up with to operate Christmas Future, given that we couldn't have that stand where he was going to come through the door. So basically what we've got here is a piece of wood that's been screwed to the back wall, and we were very happy that they allowed us to do that. Otherwise we were going to have to build a stand that sort of sat flat against the wall. And then all we've got is this little loop of material here, which goes around a hook that stops this from coming all the way down during most of the show. And then when it's required, it comes down on a hinge here, and we've got a chain, obviously, and a little block at the bottom to stop it coming down too far. And then at the front of this piece of wood, this is basically just a drawer slider, like you'd find in a normal household drawer. And then my lovely assistant over here, hello, is going to pass me Christmas Future. So what we've got here is the Christmas Future puppet, exactly the same as it was before. You can't obviously see the frame inside because of all the fabric, but you can hopefully see that this is just another piece of wood that's slid into the back of that frame, and then we've got the other piece of that drawer slider on the back of here. So I'm just going to come around the other side and slot that drawer slider in. So it just goes in the top there like that, like so. And then I always check that it is actually locked so it won't just slide back out again. As you can see, it goes all the way down like that, all the way up like that, and then when it's not required, that little bit of material there hooks round to hold it up against the wall.
So then in the show, in fact, this first bit happens behind the door while the door is shut. And I let go of that little piece that was hooking the drawer slider and the wood in place. And then I prep the puppet like this, and I just get the drawer slider going. So I just push it upward because it makes a slight clunk for that first bit, so that doesn't then happen in front of the audience. Then once Noel, as Scrooge, has flung the doors open, I then let him go down like this, and then I start to push the drawer slider up. And then once I can see that it's reached the point that I want it to, I then lock it off with the Velcro strap at the back here. So he's there. And then the final bit, I in fact use his arm, unbeknownst to the audience, to push the bottom of the puppet back out. And then this is what the arm then looks like. And then there's a helpful little loop on the back here behind his head where I can hook the arm so that it's like he's sort of just tucked it behind himself. Cool. And then when he needs to retreat, it's basically the reverse. So I just undo this and slowly bring the puppet back down. And then he hovers, I do it slower in the show, he sort of hovers about here for a while. And then, when Noel goes to slam the door, I swoosh him back up and lock him into place.
So there you go. That's how we worked out Christmas Future. That's what we did. That's what we came up with. We're really pleased with the way that it works. We think it looks really effective in the show. And as Antonia said before, we've had some really lovely reactions to it as well. So that's great.
If you have been enjoying the vlogs, please do like, subscribe, leave us a comment, that would be great. And I think that closes up our Christmas show vlogs. I mean, who knows, we might think of something else to talk about, but I think next one will probably be about something a little bit different.
Yeah, a new project.
And we should probably say Happy New Year.
Oh yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.